tariffs is the most beautiful word to me in the dictionary. Then I was reprimanded by the fake news. They said, what about love, religion, and God? I said, I agree. Let's put God number one. Let's put religion number two. Love, I don't know. We got to put that number three, I guess, right? And then it's tariff. Because tariffs are going to make us rich as hell. It's going to bring our country's businesses back that left us.
If you'll just take a look at that video about 4 more times, there's something pretty peculiar in there. The fake news said, what about God, religion, and love? And then he proceeds to say, well, I agree. You agree with the fake news? Is that what that means? Is that what that sentence means? Because then you go ahead and say, well, I guess we better put God first, maybe religion second, which is very peculiar because there's lots of religions in the world of which you don't completely respect, or many people in America don't respect. So I don't know why you'd even put religion at all. And then you say, well, I guess we got to do love, right? Third, love third. And then tariffs are right after love. Just watch it again. The fake news argued with me, and I agree. Why would you agree with the fake news? Why would you just go, no, tariff's the best word ever, and God's after that, and religion's after that, and love's after that? I mean, do you ever, think before you talk? I just think we should kind of do that every now and then, because what's really funny is right after this video, I'm going to have Ronald Reagan explain to you in a nice, calm voice why tariffs are not good. And what's funny about this is that Mr. Trump would never say Reagan was a bad president. Many of the people who vote for Mr. Trump loved Mr. Reagan, and lots of people in America love Mr. Reagan. And Reagan is saying tariffs are not good, and Trump's saying they're the fourth best word in the world, and they can't both be right. I'm not saying that Trump is accurate or not. I'm not saying Reagan is accurate or not. I'm saying Reagan, who a lot of Republicans esteem, is very clear in his explanation for why tariffs are bad. And I mean bad. And then Trump saying it's the fourth best word in the English language only after the Fox News corrected him. Not Fox News. The fake news. Freudian slip there. Puzzle. You have to look up Freudian later in your own life, because a lot of you don't know who Sigmund Freud was. Bottom line, though, is watch what Reagan has to say and then try to reconcile.
Now, that message of free trade is one I conveyed to Canada's leaders a few weeks ago, and it was warmly received there. Indeed, throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. You see, at first, when someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. What eventually occurs is, first, homegrown industries start relying on government protection in the form of high tariffs. They stop competing and stop making the innovative management and technological changes they need to succeed in world markets. And then, while all this is going on, something even worse occurs. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. The result is more and more tariffs, higher and higher trade barriers, and less competition. So soon, because of the prices made artificially high by tariffs that subsidize inefficiency and poor management, people stop buying. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. Now, it hasn't always been easy. There are those in the Congress, just as there were back in the 30s, who want to go for the quick political advantage, who risk America's prosperity for the sake of a short-term appeal to some special interest group, who forget that more than 5 million American jobs are directly tied to the foreign export business, and additional millions are tied to imports.
Now that you've listened to what Mr. Reagan said, there was a lot of wisdom and insight in all of that he said. And bear in mind, he's sort of the standard bearer of the Republican Party as far as how and who we hold up most dear in the Republican Party in the modern era. independent of all the correct things he says economically there, there's how we get along with other countries that isn't even mentioned by him. If you say, we're going to put a tariff up and hurt your business, and you're going to put a tariff up and hurt my business, we're not as friendly then. I don't know if you realize, but you can have business relations in which both parties win. It's called a win-win. You don't have to be, I win, you lose. Even though there are people out there who kind of live that way and think that way. Tariffs and everything that Mr. Reagan said about them has a lot of truth historically. But the biggest thing that makes me the most nervous is, how many countries do we want to make mad at us? Is it our goal to be the most unpopular country on earth? The past whispers, if only we listen.